Welcome back to the show. I'm pleased to say, well, Beckett is still here, but let's get my next guest out. We first met her in Emmerdale. We loved her even more in Doctor Who. She was amazing, but now she's winning plaudits as Queen Victoria. Will you please welcome the fabulous Jenna Coleman? You look amazing. That was great colour.
I know. Who knew?
Well, this is Jenna.
Hi. Yeah, you. Yeah, good, thanks.
Jenna, thank you for coming on. You look amazing, and I suppose I'm surprised because, of course, you're dressed in modern. I'm so used to seeing you at the moment as Victoria.
Yeah.
One of our greatest queens, of course. Where do we find her now? What period is this in her reign?
Pregnant. Just pregnant.
Yeah, she seems to be pregnant. How many kids did she have in real life?
9.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got 7 at the moment.
Wow. So that's a big...
not in real life?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. But you don't have any in real life, do you?
No.
So if you're doing quite a lot of labour scenes on TV, because you've been pregnant and had babies as other characters in other shows, haven't you?
Yeah. I've had many a labour scene now. I'm running out of noises for labour scenes.
So you change it up?
I try to, depending on what number of child... We've just given birth to the 7th child now.
Right.
I'm sure you just screamed "get out" at that point.
I listen on set. I've got into the habit of listening to Mumford & Sons.
Mumford & Sons?
Mumford & Sons during the birth scenes. I think there's something about the banjo which kind of really...
Angry banjo music.
Speeds you up.
Yeah,
Speeds up the birth.
Like, I think
Okay.
something about the adrenaline.
I almost hate to tell you this, but we've got Mumford & Sons on the show next week.
Ah, I'm sure they'll be thrilled to hear.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I find if I build up adrenaline and then don't think about it, and then watch it back. I think I sounded like a sheep on one thing that I saw back before.
That probably makes sense. So you're in the moment and you kind of know it's going to be... the woman's going through extreme kind of like, you know, very stressful and physically painful things, so you just let the noise out. You get yourself in that psyched-up space.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I probably just have loads of caffeine and get, like, really built up, and then I'm sure one day, maybe, if I ever give birth, I'll realise I was totally wrong in the first place.
And did she like having that many children? Did she like being pregnant? Did she like...
She was very conflicted. She hated being pregnant. Hated it, hated it, hated it.
Why?
Because she was busy. She had things to do. And I think it took her away from her day job.
So it took her away from her duties, it took away from what she loved doing and what I guess she felt she was born to do.
And I also think physically, I think she was very impatient and she liked horse riding and being, you know, physically capable. So it was kind of, yeah, she didn't really enjoy it.
Let's have a look at the clip. This is Jenna Coleman as Victoria. This is Sunday nights, ITV, 9 p.m.
Lord John, concerning this Kossuth, it is paramount we do not antagonise the Austrian monarchy. I am addressing my Prime Minister. Kossuth's reception into Britain makes my country look duplicitous and weak.
With respect, ma'am.
There is no respect in what you have to say, Lord Palmerston. Saying with respect does not put it there. I understand a member of your cabinet has invited Kossuth to dine with him. Is that correct?
May I speak?
If there is time in your busy schedule of dinners with regicidal anarchists.
Lajos Kossuth is not a regicide and he's not an anarchist. He's beheld his people being taxed to death by a rapacious tyrant.
As my Minister of State, you will undertake to do 3 things. 1, you will retract your invitation to dine with Kossuth. 2, you will see him cleanly off the premises of my country. 3, you will write to the crowned heads of Europe, assuring them of my government's allegiance. Is there anything on that list you do not understand?
Your Majesty is pellucidly clear.
That's it. The great drama. And she's a tough character. You can see that she didn't like Palmerston at all, did she?
Oh, no, she hated him.
Yeah.
Hated him. I mean, she's very unafraid to give her opinions.
Yeah. And the children are in it now. You're acting with her children, of course, or your children in the thing.
Yeah.
And do the kids understand that they're meant to be children from a different age? Because presumably they can't act like modern children.
Yeah, no, they've not got a clue. I think it's like a really fun play school, but in a palace, in an airport, in Leeds.
So that must be... And so how do you tell them? Do they say to them, OK, this was... I mean, presumably they know there are no phones, this is that sort of stuff?
No. We rehearse the scene, we bring in the children, and then it's basically a case of go, quick, before 1 2-year-old like runs off in that direction and you're like still like talking politics whilst like trying to grab the 2-year-old. And then the other one was really hungry, so she's got a bag of Doritos, but she's out of shot, so that's okay. And then the other child is, I remember Tom had to pick her up during the scene, and it was like, don't worry, darling, I'll keep you safe. And she's like, I'm really heavy, aren't I? It's a case that you just kind of carry on.
Now, that's Tom who plays Albert.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
paramour in the show. But there are stormy times ahead for them, aren't there? At the moment, they're close,
Yes.
but of course we know that their relationship wasn't always harmonious.
No, they're very different people. They're a bit yin and yang. Victoria and Albert.
Yeah.
V&A.
Yeah.
Has he got the hall yet?
What?
Didn't she build him the Royal Albert Hall?
But didn't she build him the hall after he died? Or is that the memorial?
She built the memorial after he died.
Yeah.
I know that for sure.
You know it's a big row, isn't it, when you've got to build a hall?
Yeah.
Just to apologise, I was out of order. I built you an hall.
Do they row? You have rows on screen, don't you? You have had some rows on screen.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I guess there's
they're
much more of
very,
that to come.
tempestuous.
Yeah, yeah.
And physical as well. Like, she's very hot-headed, he's quite methodical, and the two things together, they really bring out the worst in each other. But she was always the one who was, you know, kind of banging on his door, trying to say, I'm sorry, and he wouldn't answer the door.
Do you have many rows with your missus?
Not that many, because I've worked out the secret is to a happy marriage. Separate rooms with a telly in each. And a super king-size bed. It's so massive, John. I can't even hear her breathe.
The Victorians had different beds. They had
Did she have
separate
a
beds.
different bed to Albert? She had a different bed?
He had his
Yeah.
own hall. Of course
it's
he had
his
a
own
different
hall.
bed.
He
It's
had his own
amazing.
wing.
Making all those children, though, he must have had some commute. Let me ask you about Doctor Who. How amazing was Jenna Coleman in Doctor Who, ladies and gentlemen? You were one of the best assistants of all time. And it was a great period as well. When you left, I believe, did you keep any mementos? Are you allowed to keep anything from that experience?
Oh, yeah, I stole quite a lot, actually.
Wow. Well, so you genuinely stole this? You didn't ask?
I stole it, but somebody helped me in the props department. So I feel like that was okay.
So what did you smuggle off the set?
I stole a piece of TARDIS.
Wow.
A proper Gallifreyan, like, full-on piece, like, under my jumper.
And so where do you keep it?
Oh, it's actually in my attic. I need to get it out. I've recently moved house.
Right, so you should have it on
Oh,
display.
imagine that cash in the attic. That'd be an absolute earner, wouldn't it? I'll be able to TARDIS up here.
Proper piece of TARDIS. But I've also got, you know, the neon sign of the police box, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
proper neon
Wow.
police box sign. I've got that in my dining room.
And so that's up and that's lit
Yeah,
up on
that
display?
lights up.
So people come in, they can't avoid that.
Well, yeah. If they come around for dinner, yeah.
Now, Jenna came over, she rushed over tonight from rehearsals for
Yeah.
the play that's about to open the West End, and this must be an exciting thing for you because it's one of the legendary plays from American theatre, and you're with a great cast. Tell us about it. It's All My Sons at the Old Vic here in London, ladies and gentlemen, from the 13th of April through to June. When did this come your way, and what excites you about this?
This came my way last year. So it's kind of been in the works for a little while, but yeah, it's an amazing play. So we're deep in rehearsal at the moment.
It's a fascinating period of American history, of course, and it's kind of about the American dream, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. And it's 1947, set in Ohio, and it all takes place in the Kellers' back garden, with the neighbours coming in and out. And I play a character called Anne Diva, who's returning back to her home to marry their son.
And so,
Or
presumably you have to do it with an American accent, because
Yeah.
it's very firmly located in America. And is there a difference with the accent in terms of the period as well? Because I guess American was spoken slightly differently back in the 40s than it is now.
Yeah, there's a lot of OG, and swell. Isn't it swell?
Can you do an American accent?
Me? Oh, yeah, I could do New York. Come on already! Get off the sidewalk, you schmuck! What am I, an asshole?
What is going on with your face? Why are you doing that with your face?
That's how it is, isn't it? Come on already!
It's
Get
like-
out of here!
It's like Sylvester Stallone's on the couch. Had you done much stage before? Is it a fairly new thing for you, or is that where you came from?
I haven't done it for ages and ages. I was like 18 at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival the last time I did it, so it's
So it must
pretty
be quite daunting.
petrifying, yeah.
Well, I'm going to come and see it if I can, but it's only from the 13th of April to the 8th of June, so grab yourself a ticket now. That's All My Sons at the Old Vic. And remember to watch Victoria. It's ITV Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Fabulous Jenna Coleman, ladies and gentlemen. I said 8 p.m, but thank you. That was fabulous, thank you. I love all the glitter. Still to come on the show, we've got the unbelievable Carlos Acosta and BB Rex. I'll see you after the break.